Guys, my name is Carla, and welcome to my record collection video tour. So I've had a few friends that have wanted me to make something like this for a while, but I never felt like I could or should. But I think this is the time now. So this is my collection from August 2018. So I officially started collecting in 2013, but technically, I bought my first record around 2009, and my first record was Back to the Egg by Wings. I just had it lying around my house for a few years until I bought the Beatles stereo LP box set thing. And after that, I got In Rainbows by Radiohead, and after that, I got AM by Arctic Monkeys, and it just went on from there. So since then, I've just been constantly buying stuff. I'm kind of a discographies junkie, so if I really like an artist, I make it a point to get everything that they've ever done. So a lot of artists that I have are just collections that I'm working on, and some of them are just one-offs that I'll probably just leave like that. And on that same note, my discography is arranged in kind of a weird way, but it's the way that I view music, which is historically. So after the Beatles and solo Beatles, I have it arranged chronologically, but by artist. So that means that depending on when that artist's first release was, is where I have placed them in my collection. And that includes their whole discography as well. So it's kind of weird to see like an 80s Hall & Oates album next to an early 70s Todd Rundgren album, but it's just how it makes sense to me to place them, because I view albums and music as a very like time-based thing. So that's why I have it arranged like that. So without any further ado, here is my collection. So we start off with the Beatles. I admittedly don't have every single Beatles album that I wish I had. I have all the main ones, of course, but I'm missing a few that I feel like are essential, but I haven't really found them. Like all three anthologies albums, or the Cirque du Soleil Love album. I don't have that. I'm also still working on my American releases. But I think it's pretty alright. It's a solid little collection there. I also have that French release, and that picture disc is from Venezuela. So these are all my Paul McCartney albums. I obviously have 2 of the Ram and 2 Red Rose Speedways because those are my favorites. And that first copy of Ram I got for like $2 at this like street fair thing, and it was totally trash, so I had to get a new one. My All Things Must Pass does not come with the poster, which is the most heartbreaking thing to me. And my ring collection is admittedly small. So obviously I really love the Beach Boys, but I'm really sad because I don't have a lot of their post Pet Sounds albums, like all the stuff between 1967 1970. That's what I'm working on right now. Don't have a lot of Bob Dylan, but I'm working on that for sure. And I need more doors. I'm missing a few key Pink Floyd albums, but I haven't seen them. And a lot of the early Who stuff that I would love to own. Led Zeppelin 3. And I have way too many James Taylor albums, but one day I just went to the record store and they had all of these albums, and I needed to get every single one of them. I love David Bowie very, very much. And that low and the heroes in the plastic, they're colored vinyl from the Netherlands. Here, my one of these nights stuck to my on the border, and so that's why that's out of order. I need more Queen. Oh my god. And Heaven Tonight by Cheap Trick. That's another one that I'm looking for so bad. I love the Smiths so very much. I remember the day that I got every single Radiohead album, and I just felt so happy. It was like that was one of my goals when I started collecting, was to get every single Radiohead album. And the Libertines, which I have surprisingly all found here in America, which I thought I would never be able to do. And then 2 purchases from my last trip to Paris. And here are some miscellaneous ones, like soundtracks and stuff like that. That Pitch Perfect 2 soundtrack I got from my cousin because she thought it was a calendar. And then some of my like 60s French stuff that I don't really know where to place, so I haven't really. And here's all my Ed Banger singles. I'm missing Radar Writer, which is the very, very first one, but I bought it, but it got lost in the mail, and I just haven't been able to find a suitable replacement for it yet. That Civilizations comes with a poster, but it is not signed, unfortunately. That Cross album was the only album I purchased from Amoeba Records when I went to LA. And that's it. So hopefully and probably very soon I'll be adding to my collection. I try to make at least 1 to 2 trips a month to the record store, just because I get antsy if I'm not buying records. It's true, and it's probably a problem, but I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. So maybe in like 5 years I'll make another version of this, and hopefully my collection has tripled. Well, Thank you very much for watching, and you can follow me on Instagram. That's Single Pigeon. And that's it. Thank you. Bye.